to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run for the first time to J.K. Dobbins. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, it's Campbell. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evaluate, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. This time, Jackson will throw it. Open man is Duvernay. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future as they look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, here's Campbell. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. T.Y. Hilton deep for the Colts. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. They'll find Everett there, complete. They'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play fake. Mayfield. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 31-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A 53-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll give to the big man, Campbell. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. React by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuck the run.
Flush to his right. And he'll pull it down. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. From the gun, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And some room to maneuver. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first.
And the Raven 1st down.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
From the 39, Jackson. They're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field. That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks,
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Ravens' 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. This is caught at the 8. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Mayfield down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they were.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Jackson dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Jackson now.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
Man able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Jackson's throw caught here by Boykin. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should.
The ball comes out, and the Colts pick it up. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20, 10, and they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Colts 17, Ravens 7. Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to return over differential. Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on second down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts,
It's a gain of
as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Again on second and 10, it's Jackson. And he can't find the receiver, and he's brought down. Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
third down.
Final play of the half here, it's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up second and 8.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on second and 8. From the gun, Mayfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First and 10, Taylor now. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Mayfield, he's going to air one out, and that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
On 2nd and 9. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. He's going to air it out deep for Matthews. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They'll try and fight for it here with Campbell. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll run. It's Campbell. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Score, Colts 17, Ravens 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Campbell making the catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
At the 47-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They run with Taylor. The 20. Into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag there. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
They'll run with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
He's the score. Colts 24. Ravens 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they're going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
A 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
31. Ravens 14. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the run, it's Campbell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Again, they run with Campbell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
4th down.
Indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. Now feeling great.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Not good for 19 on a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially the second interception. Really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Jackson under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
3rd and 13.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to go down again. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
On downs.
On 1st down, Taylor. He'll get about 4 here. Down to
the 43-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Again, it's Taylor, and he'll be brought down at about the 42.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
The Colts on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run on 1st down. Campbell. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
This is our time. Our time.
Today's final score.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Colts, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, this loss will be the capper to a dismal 4-12 campaign. And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.